The sprawling mansion stood unusually quiet as Daniel Carter's car pulled up the driveway. He was a man who had everything: power, wealth, and influence, but very little time. For years, his empire had consumed him, leaving his only daughter, Emily, growing up mostly in the care of nannies and tutors. That afternoon, however, Daniel's meeting had been canceled. For the first time in years, he was home early. He thought it would be a good chance to surprise Emily, maybe even share dinner together, something they hadn't done in months. As he stepped inside, Daniel noticed the faint sound of laughter coming from the backyard. It wasn't Emily's usual laughter, the kind that filled the house when she was younger. It was softer, mixed with voices he didn't recognize. Curious, he followed the sound. Peering through the glass doors, Daniel froze. There was his 12-year-old daughter, Emily, sitting on the grass with a group of children he had never seen before. Their clothes were worn, shoes scuffed, and faces marked by the kind of hardships his daughter had never known. Emily had spread out her own toys, dolls, and art supplies. She was showing the kids how to paint, letting them take turns with her favorite brushes. He watched as she handed out sandwiches from the family's kitchen, giggling as one little boy took a bite too big for his mouth. Daniel's chest tightened. He had spent his life chasing success to provide everything for Emily. Yet here she was, sharing everything she had with children who had nothing. He stepped outside quietly, not wanting to interrupt. He overheard her say, "Daddy's always so busy, but that's okay. I can still make people smile." The words hit him harder than any boardroom confrontation ever could. "Emily," Daniel finally managed to say, his voice unsteady. She looked up, startled, then broke into her usual bright smile. "Daddy, you're home early." The children froze, unsure if they were in trouble. But Daniel didn't scold them. Instead, he knelt beside Emily and asked softly, "Who are your friends?" She explained shyly, "They live at the shelter down the street. I asked Maria, the housekeeper, if I could invite them sometimes. They don't have toys or snacks like we do, so I thought maybe we could share." For a moment, Daniel couldn't speak. His throat tightened and his eyes blurred. All the years he had spent thinking he was teaching Emily how to live a successful life. Yet she was the one teaching him what truly mattered. One of the little girls tugged at his sleeve and whispered, "Your daughter is really kind." That was when Daniel finally broke. Tears streamed down his face, not from sadness, but from a mixture of pride, guilt, and overwhelming love. He hugged Emily tightly, holding her as though afraid to ever let go. In that moment, Daniel Carter, the man who had conquered industries and built fortunes, realized the greatest treasure he had was sitting right there in his arms. Wordlessly, he joined the children on the grass, taking a sandwich from the plate and listening to their laughter. For the first time in years, he wasn't a businessman. He was simply a father, home where he belonged.